right. Hey, Randy Kerdoon along with Chris Jacobs from Velocity. We're here talking, of course, about the Trans Am, the Smokey and the Bandit promotional vehicle that they're selling here at Barrett Jackson. I mean, we're in the car. I mean, how cool is that?
The car. Very cool. Very cool.
How often do you get a chance to actually sit in a movie or TV car?
You know, not too often. A few times, but this is pretty cool. I last year here at Barrett Jackson, I sat in Bubba Watson's General Lee. So
yeah, I remember that.
Close, but this one, you know, as far as movies go, this is a great car.
So, your Trans Am story. What do you remember about Trans Ams, your experiences?
Well, I mean, apart from just them being a very iconic vehicle while I was growing up, one of the final episodes we did on overhauling, the second to last build that we ever undertook, and the very last episode, new episode to air, was a Smokey and the Bandit tribute car that Chip did just an absolutely beautiful rendition of. 20-inch wheels based on the honeycombs that are on the original. Diamond stitched interior. Mike LaValle came and did his True Flame on the Screaming Chicken. So one of my favorite builds, actually. It's kind of ironic that it was the last episode that ever aired, the last new episode, but an absolutely beautiful car. So whenever I see one of these, my mind instantly goes back to that overhauling build, in addition to the memories I have growing up. I mean, you know, I was born in 1970, so this car was right as I was first kind of knowing about cars and really appreciating what cars were. This was one of them.
Now, you saw the movie. When you think about Smokey and the Bandit, the first one especially, what comes to mind?
Well, what comes to mind immediately is that scene where Jackie Gleason is in his car and it doesn't have any doors and a roof on it. He's still got his hat on. He's still chasing the bandit. So that always kind of cracks me up.
With his son in the passenger seat, holding his hat. If I remember
holding his hat on, yeah, exactly. So that always cracks me up. You know, Smokey and the Bandit is one of those movies where if you're on the couch on a Sunday afternoon and you're channel surfing and you come across Smokey and the Bandit, you put the remote down right there.
And of course, the other scenes, they always have these great stunt scenes. Where let's say they're driving down the highway. Excuse me, I don't have to even do this. I've got the wheel right here.
Got the wheel right there.
Driving down the highway, and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, they're sliding at 80 miles an hour or more into the center divider and spinning around and all this. And he has Sally Field in the seat. Personal experience, Chris, I'd imagine that taking your best girl and doing that in real life would probably not be a good thing.
No, probably not. You know, safety first when you're out there on the road. But hey, we were living vicariously through Bert and Sally in the movie, so I'm glad that they did it for us. Another classic scene that I remember from the movie is when the big rigs kind of hid Bert while he was being chased by the cops.
Right.
You know, they kind of boxed him in, and so the cops couldn't see him as they were going by. You know, Jerry Reed was just such a great sidekick to Bert in that movie, and played such a great role. You know, if you think about that movie, it's such a complete movie. It's such a good movie. There's no wasted scenes in that movie.
Absolutely. Now, of course, that means I've come up with the ultimate. I have Smokey and the Bandit trivia.
Nice.
Right here for you.
Nice.
One interesting note, though. They, of course, was Atlanta to Texarkana and eventually dropped the beer off somewhere, if I'm not mistaken, in Boston or something. And according to IMDb, which is where I got all this information from, if they had done that in the right amount of time as based on the movie, they would have had to been going 121 miles an hour on an average. Now, what kind of different movie would that have been?
Yeah, that would have been fun. That would have been more like a Vanishing Point.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Chris.
All right.
How many Dukes of Hazzard TV stars were in Smokey and the Bandit? 0, 1, or 3?
1, Catherine Bach.
That was wrong.
But she is one of them, right?
No, not according to
Bach wasn't in there?
Not according to IMDb. It was John Schneider, Sonny Schroyer, who played Enos, and Ben Jones.
Oh, well, all right, I'm 0 for 1.
All right, that's okay.
That was one of my favorite TV shows.
That's
too.
okay. All right, 2. How long did it take for Jerry Reed to write the song Eastbound and Down? Was it 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 hours?
2 hours.
You are correct.
Nice.
Very good.
It's almost a loaded question right there because you know it's got to be something that you wouldn't be able to believe. So, what a great song too.
Yeah.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking.
They can't be done.
We got a long way to go
and a short time to get there. Oh, eastbound, watch out, let it run.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that's our big hit. All right. Who was originally supposed to play the Bandit? It wasn't Burt Reynolds. In fact, they hired a guy. Was it Elvis Presley, Jerry Reed, or Sally Field?
I will have to go with. It can't be Elvis. Elvis was in his fat and bloated stage at that point, wasn't he? We'll have to go with Jerry Reed.
You are correct.
Nice.
Very good. Very good deduction. 2 of 3 for Chris. All right. How many movies did Burt Reynolds, and this will come in handy because you're an Entertainment Tonight alum, how many movies did Burt Reynolds and Sally Field actually do together? Okay. 1, 4, or 6?
Probably 4.
You are correct.
Nice.
3 of 4.
Nice.
Smokey and the Bandit 1 and 2.
Right.
They also did Hooper.
Right.
And The End.
Great movie.
All within about 5 years.
Hooper is another great movie.
Hooper was a great movie.
I just remember Sally Field going, Hooper! So I know that they were in that one together.
Absolutely. Very good. All right, here we go. Jackie Gleason modeled Buford T. Justice after who? A sheriff who once pulled him over. B, Hal Needham. Or 3, Burt Reynolds' dad.
A sheriff who once pulled him over.
You are absolutely wrong! No, it was actually Burt Reynolds' dad.
Really?
Yeah, Burt, I guess, told him a lot about him and all that, and that was
pretty cool.
But that's not bad. You've only missed 2.
Pretty good.
And
pretty
final
good.
one.
All right.
What engine did the Trans Am that went over the bridge, remember that great scene?
Yes.
The greatest stunt
Yes.
of all.
Right.
Destroyed the car.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of engine was in that car? Was it an Olds, a Chevy, or a Pontiac?
I'm going to say they probably just stuck a little Chevy 350 in there.
Did you say Chevy?
I said Chevy.
Did I hear Chevy?
You heard Chevy.
You are correct.
Nice.
Very good. Chris
was
Jacobs.
it a 350?
That I don't know, but I know it was a Chevy. It probably
I went too
was.
Far.
Very good.
Far. Thank you very much.
4 of 6. Very good.
Thank
Chris Jacobs, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Very good. All right, now, before we say goodbye,
Yeah.
you know what it's like to stunt drive in a car like this.
I do.
So if the car is standing still, you have to kind of move as if it really is this.
Okay.
So let's just do a quick little Smokey and the Bandit run. Ready?
All right, yeah.
All right, so we're driving along the street,
All right.
and we're leaning to the left. We're going this way. This way. Good job, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you. Chris
Always good
Jacobs,
to see
ladies
you.
and gentlemen. Always funny. Of course, you can see him on Velocity with the Barrett Jackson auctions. And we are doing this from inside the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am. Don't forget, Generation Auto TV will have it for you on, of course, YouTube, and we'll have it on Talking About Cars. Not only you could hear it on iTunes, but also at our website, talkingaboutcars.net, and on SoundCloud.
Beauty.
Awesome, man.
Thanks, Randy.
That was fun. That was fun.